This is a vlog about, well, I only just had the idea for the vlog a minute ago, but I can talk on about it, because it's digital based. It's cryptocurrency. Right? Traditional wealth v digital wealth. Traditional wealth, you see a person with a couple of Rolls Royces and they've got a few quid, haven't they? Or you see a nice big mansion worth 2 or 3 million quid, or they've got a few quid. Digital wealth. A person could be walking down the street and you wouldn't know if they've got 10 Bitcoin, 100 Bitcoin, 1,000 Bitcoin, or 10,000 Bitcoin. And as a Bitcoin is £28,000 approximate. 10 is 250,000, right? 280,000. 100 is 2.8 million. 10,000 is about 28 million. No one's got a clue. You could walk down the street, a person could have 30 domain names, but without knowing what they are or what their value is. And they could be the scruffiest individual you've ever seen. Would that make sense? I had a few domain names, obviously, but like now, if a person owns 10 two-letter.coms, right, that's not a code. Right? If a person owns 10 two-letter.coms, straight away that is approximately in today's market value of 2021, July 2021. Minimum, because in over 10 two-letter.coms you're going to find one that's worth 3 or 4 million. Minimum £10 million. Minimum. Because you can't get them. They're scarce. Right? And those that have got them are selling them for millions. I've always said that, well, I said recently, you can't get, it's virtually impossible to get a 3letter.com website address for less than £15,000 in a week, where it was it's online that GoDaddy sold a 3letter.com for £570,000. So even though the minimum, it's like a car, it's like buying a car for £1,000. Like, yeah, the minimum is £1,000 for example, but you can pay £1 million for a car, can't you? With 3letter.com, so minimum is £15,000. Liquid. You should be able to walk into any pawnbrokers on any high street in the UK with a 3letter.com and transfer it over to the pawnbroker for £15,000 comfortable. But you can't, because they won't accept digital assets. You should be able to walk into any pawnbrokers, you should be able to walk into any bank with a 2letter.com website address and liquidate it for £1 million. But you can't, because banks don't recognise digital assets. You should be able to go into any estate agents with a 2letter.com and buy £1 million house. Straight swap. But you can't, because estate agents don't recognise digital assets. You should be able to buy a house, a £280,000 house, for 10 Bitcoin. Try it. The estate agent would say no. But we're getting to a stage now where people are, but there's going to be entrepreneurs. The big money now is going to be liquidating digital assets. Just like you go to a car retailer. You want to buy a car, but you can't afford it. You have to get finance on a car, right? Yeah. So yeah, you find this car, you think, oh, that's a fantastic car, that's worth 20, 30 grand, whatever it is. You can't afford it, but you can afford it on finance if you can get finance, right? So what they do, the car salesperson will say, okay, so this is the car, that's how much the car is. I'll just have a chat with our finance guy, right? Person, whatever you want to call it. And they'll sort it out. They'll see if you can afford it. Yeah. There should also be now, in 2021, in digital era, there should be a domain name broker or a digital asset broker that can see what assets you've got. Let's say you've got, I don't know, 50 Litecoin, cryptocurrency, 50 Ethereum, cryptocurrency, 50 Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. And they should just be able to say, yeah, we can liquidate that for you, we charge you 10% or whatever it is. Yeah, and it's there. Yeah. You should be able to produce your digital assets to buy traditional assets, but you can't. So you're going to have a retailer that understands digital assets, to work with car retailers, to work with estate agents, to work with banks, I suppose. But that's how far we are. This is just me waffling away when I see the current situation and the pickle we're in. Because traditional process doesn't recognise traditional assets. Don't recognise digital assets, and digital assets are worth more than traditional assets, and that creates a proper pickle. And you need digital asset brokers like there's no tomorrow. You need them fast. But that's just the way I see it. Adios, because at some point there will be, and I'll be able to look back at this blog and say, oh yeah, it's taken them how many years to get to that stage. But I think, and it's going to be the Googles and Amazons and Facebooks that do this. You'd be able to liquidate it on Facebook or liquidate it on Google because they've got the money to actually liquidate. I don't reckon you'll see pawnbrokers in the high street liquidating domain names for 10 years. I wouldn't have thought. It'd be 10 years before they liquidate domain names. And they won't understand GTLDs, which is even further in front of that. And then you've got crypto blockchain domains, and that's even further in front of the GTLDs. So that's probably 20 years off. The day you'd be able to buy or liquidate a 8 minutes of waffle, the day you'd be able to liquidate a domain name of a pawnbroker's, a GTLD, or an emoji website address, probably decades away. All good fun. Adios.